In the end, Squid Game got to have its cake and eat it too. Squid Game's third and final season dropped today. Did it stick the landing? I watched every single episode, so here's the good and the bad without spoilers. I have a feeling these final episodes are going to be pretty divisive. But in my opinion, Squid Game gave us an epic and thrilling conclusion. That was exactly on theme for what this show is and has always been. To the very end, Squid Game remained utterly compelling and captivating, as the defining anti-capitalist show of the streaming era. It never shied away from exposing the darkness of humanity when pushed to the limit, but also giving us glimmers of hope. These 6 episodes were expertly paced with the right balance of propulsion and breathing room. It did start out a little bit slow, but from episode 2 on, it never took its foot off the gas. It was just absolutely relentless, and you'll have trouble not hitting next episode. The games are as diabolical, psychologically complex, and disturbing as ever. And even this far into the show, certain surprises still managed to shock me. Episodes 2 and 5 I thought were especially brutal and well constructed. The show also continued to be really good at juggling dozens of characters and giving them full arcs, and the sets and production design remained massive, colorful, and upsetting. As for this season's flaws, you're definitely going to want to catch up on what happened last season and its characters. There were a couple of wonky CGI moments that really took me out of it, and some questionable acting from the same exact characters that gave us some questionable acting during season 1. Okay, so I do want to talk about the ending, which is obviously going to be a spoiler. So, spoiler alert, spoilers from here on in. Stop watching the video and come back later if you don't want to be spoiled. I think people are going to have trouble with Ji-hun's decision to sacrifice himself for the baby. Obviously, it's designed that way, but I think people get upset when the good guys don't clearly win over the bad guys. But to me, that's where this show was always heading. Squid Game has always given us 2 sides of the same coin. On the one side, you have Ji-hun's parting words. Humans are, telling us that everyone deserves fair treatment, dignity, and not to be crushed by the system. And then on the other side, the show is telling us the house always wins. And it's forcing us to sit in that gray area. And the show's very last scene, featuring a surprise cameo from Cate Blanchett, doubles down on that message, because it reveals that the games will go on now in the United States. And that also slyly teases the future of this franchise, as Netflix and David Fincher have been developing an American spin-off for quite some time now. So perhaps Cate Blanchett will be a part of it. And this is how Squid Game got to have it both ways in the end. It told us there is no hope, but humans have a chance. And it said, this is the end, but it's not really the end.